Hello, hi guys. So Jitendra here. So from India Affiliate Summit Day 1. So I'm with very good friend Vipul Taneja. He's a big time affiliate marketer. So Vipul, please introduce yourself to my audience.
Yeah, hi guys, my name is Vipul Taneja and I have been into affiliate marketing space for like 2-3 years now, and it's been a very good ride. I have one of my companies, Ashfax Media, which is just totally into affiliate marketing, and as of now we have been working with a lot of like clients, more than 100 plus clients in over 20 countries right now. Yeah.
So how did you get started? Because have you done any kind of job in the beginning?
So I have a background of electrical engineering, which is like funny, but yes, I had always I had my interest in computer science, and so since my college days with one of my friends who guided me, I started with blogging like every other does, and I started.
So you started with blogging?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, it's like 5-6 years back when I started with blogging, and part of a lot of forums, online communities. Then I got a chance to be a Microsoft student partner. So at that time, if you're a Microsoft student partner in that community, it was a very huge thing.
Yeah.
So with that, we got a lot of conferences, events. I used to go to a lot of startup events. So that was something which was in me from that time. And from college, I got a placement with Deloitte, which is one of the biggest consultancies. So I went working for Deloitte for a year because my mom said.
Family pressure was there?
There was no pressure, but she said like you can go for a year and if you like it. And I knew from the first day that I won't like it. So
okay.
So I decided to resign on my 11th month so that I just serve my notice period and come back. So as soon as I left, obviously I was working at that time also with my stuff, that affiliate stuff. So I had my contacts with a lot of people in US. So I was started doing with Facebook ads, which did pretty well for me. And then just as I quit Deloitte, I started my coaching thing. So I started my group coaching called Facebook CPA Ninja, and I coached like more than 100 people in India with that, and a lot of them had amazing success. I know people who have made like more than 10 lakh rupees within a week with what
10 lakhs within a week?
Within a week, yes. And a lot of them did very, very well. So I obviously those I'm not in touch with all of them right now, but I know a couple of them who are very good with what they are doing right now. And I mean, that's how I started, and then it's always you keep on moving. So this year I've been to like I would say 6-7 different countries, and I've traveled for over 3 months, and different conferences in Vegas, speaking in Vegas, speaking in Amsterdam. So it's been a crazy ride, and then I got to meet a lot of good entrepreneurs from US, Europe, and probably then now my horizon expanding, and now we have a lot of customer base in European countries as well.
European. So how did you learn all this Facebook ads? From where did you get it? Because for me as a newbie, so from where should you learn all these Facebook ads, affiliates, something like this stuff?
So this is a question that everybody would have in mind, about how you start. But the question is, why do you even want to start with Facebook ads? Because when you do Facebook ads or even any kind of advertising, you first need to know what you're selling, and it's like there are some things which don't really work out on Facebook, but there are some things which work very well on Facebook.
So suppose like dating niche will not work on Facebook, right?
Facebook is the best place to do dating, but
right now they have banned.
Facebook has banned because according to Facebook users, they were not having a very good time with dating ads, because a lot of people would do some shady ads, and they find that inappropriate, and a lot of people would shift from Facebook platform to dating platforms. So that was what was happening. So eventually Facebook decided, and they had a move that they would not have any adult or dating affiliates with Facebook anymore. Okay. So that's why Facebook was. So we did a lot with adult not adult, but dating on Facebook, yes.
Okay. So this thing, so you have learned from, do you follow any expert guys in your niche?
Yeah, of course. So if you want to learn about productivity hacks and knowledge in general about affiliate marketing, I follow Charles NGO. Yeah. I follow Fit Affiliate. Then if you just I read a lot of forums. I would say Stack That Money, then Warrior Forum, Affiliate Fix, all over the place. I won't be very active. I don't post stuff, but yes,
But you track all this.
Yeah. If you are in some industry, you have to gain knowledge of what's happening around you and how's it going and everything like that. So you have to be very clear about what's working in the market right now.
So do you follow John Chow, Mike Dillard, Louis Hoss?
No, probably not, because that's not my target segment. They have more of blogging and email marketing. Mine is totally into paid marketing with Facebook and pop traffic and other kind of traffic. So I'm not really into emails or blogs, I would say.
Blogs.
Yeah.
So do you do any kind of branding for your brand at Spark Media, or you promote your personal brand?
Probably I don't really need a brand right now, because what we do is totally independent. So I can choose
yeah.
I can choose my client, or I can choose the company which I want to promote, and give them leads. So it's totally on me. I am not dependent on some country. So I am not looking for obviously clients, but yes, when you have a brand in the market, when people know you, you get access to a lot of private places, masterminds, and better offers, which or better payouts, which otherwise you cannot get. So obviously when I go to speaking summits, that's because of my brand, because people know me and they invite me, and they know this talk is going to be worth if they talk to me for some time.
So do you attend any mastermind sessions?
We actually had a mastermind session couple of months back in my office in Gurgaon. So we did a very nice mastermind with like 10 or 12 people who are doing very good with Facebook. So that was something we did for the first time in India. I think we will continue that, but it's gonna happen like once or twice in a year. And next one would be a 2-3 day summit where will be only 15 people under one place. We'll book a mansion, maybe in Goa or place something like that. And it's very restricted to people we know who are doing good in the industry.
So you work only with the people who are already expert in their niche or good in the industry?
That's what mastermind is all about. I mean, if you are into a mastermind, you cannot connect with people who don't understand something. You go meet each other to gain knowledge, share knowledge, and do the best of what you can do, and learn from their experiences, share your problems, and they each other you can find out a solution. So that's the whole idea of masterminds.
So how do you find your niche to promote any product? So do you do any kind of keyword research, or do you search on ClickBank, ShareASell? So do you use these platform like ClickBank, ShareASell, CJ?
So when it comes down to paid marketing, I would say there are hundreds of things you can do. In India, I would say the most famous things are ShareASell, ClickBank, hosting affiliates.
Yeah.
So these are the very common things that are very famous in India, but we don't do any of them. They are better.
So you don't do any kind of ClickBank, CJ?
No.
So then what kind of things you are doing? So
You work with directly, like for example, I work with shopping sites in US. We work with travel companies like Make My Trip. Even we work with Booking.com, and we have a very nice volume we are doing with Booking.com. So it's not just you have to look out for stuff that sells on your reviews and blogs that you can write with a review. With paid marketing, you actually have the power of doing anything. You can create a landing page and think about a marketing angle for a particular thing, and then you can promote it with your kind of targeting. So when it comes to thinking of a niche, it actually comes down to what you're comfortable with. So if I've spent like 5 years or even let's say 6 months studying about hosting companies and that vertical, so I would be more comfortable working with hosting companies because I know that industry. And for someone who is very new to the industry, I think he would need some time to explore things out for himself, and then only he can decide what suits him best, what is his interest. Because sitting in India, obviously you don't get access to all the things in the West, but then slowly and steadily when you read and you study, but if you want to learn about it, Quora is a place, Quantcast, there are different places where you can actually go and read about it. So if you want to, like for example, you want to just focus on dating, or let's say just focus on financial offers, there are so many places you can read about it.
So what kind of tools you use to promote, to create the landing pages? Do you use any optimized press, lead pages? Do you use any kind of these tools?
They are very helpful because they save your time.
Yeah.
But what we do right now is we don't use any of them. We create our HTML pages on our own.
So you just code all these pages, HTML pages, and you write it.
HTML is not really difficult. And we have an in-house developer in our team who actually develops our landing pages, all of them. So we don't really have to worry about how we can design our pages. It's not difficult. So it's about the idea. Sometimes when you use particular tools like Optimize Press, you are dependent on that tool. And Optimize Press is a plugin for WordPress.
It's WordPress, yeah.
Right, so when it comes down to your landing pages, you have to use WordPress, and it will use a lot of resources. So for example, I'm working with, let's say, 1 million traffic a day. I cannot really rely on
WordPress, yeah.
Right?
This is not
and
really
even if I rely on WordPress, I have to pay heavily for a hosting.
Yeah, you have
So,
to pay. Yeah.
HTML suits very best in that case because it is very cheap, and I can just place it on a CDN or maybe cloud, and I can forget about hosting issues, no downtime and nothing. So you have to think about scalability then. The kind of volume that we do, scalability is the issue, and you have to understand what kind of tracking platforms that we have.
So what kind of tracking platforms you're using for your for tracking campaigns?
I use Volume.
Volume. Okay.
Yeah, we use Volume mostly. Then we also have AdsBridge. We also use some little bit of Prosper. We had a lot of. We were using Prosper a lot, but now we have shifted to Volume because we don't also have to worry about hosting. It's auto hosted. We don't have to do anything. We just have to pay $99 a month for, like, obviously the basic plan, and you don't have to worry about hosting, downtime, servers or whatever. It can handle as many clicks as you can send. So it's like for a company, or let's say for someone who's beginning to work in affiliate marketing, you have to understand if your hosting isn't even down for like 1 hour or 1 hour, you lose a lot of money. So you have to see that as well.
Yeah. So how a newbie can enter into the US market, to the Western market? Because in India, for particularly a newbie from India, because US market is totally a different market. So how a Indian affiliate marketer can enter into US market?
I have only one suggestion, that no one should rush. I have seen a lot of people who actually try few bit of things, and then they say it doesn't work, and they quit about it. So the point is, it's a business. It's not really something that you learn at school. It takes time and it takes experience. You have to spend time in learning one particular niche. You start with one niche, keep on doing it for like 6-8 months unless you have a fair bit of experience with it, and you see, for example, you study for 4 years to get your degrees in an engineering college. You spend so much money for your graduation, and then at the end of the day, you crave for a job of 25,000 rupees.
Not 25, it's 18, 15, because I started my salary at 6,000 per month.
Yeah, so you crave for 18, 20,000 with Infosys, and it doesn't make sense. But if you invest that 4 years in your self-learning and not going to even a college, invest in online marketing, and that money you invest in your ads, you can make a fortune out of yourself.
So do you think that joining any kind of training for SEO, digital marketing will help you to become a better digital marketer, or self-learning is important?
I think it's always a mix of both. You when you start something, obviously you might have some things and tricks which other people don't know, which is working for you, and there might some things for me which I have, which other people don't know about. So it's always a mixed match of both. And then when you're self-learning, it takes a lot of time.
It takes a lot of time. Yeah.
So if you want to spare time and you have money to invest, I would always suggest that you go for a paid coaching. It always gives you something to learn. So for example, in one of my paid coaching programs, if somebody is taking on one idea, that one idea can make his like $100,000 even. So it's just about one thing. So you have to click, and you have to get, and even from experts you get some like tips and
some bit of knowledge.
Some bit of knowledge about different industries which you otherwise won't get. So it saves your time, it saves your effort, and it gives you a path to decide basically.
So it's always better to learn from the experts than to join any coaching, or
it helps. Obviously it gives you a basic foundation about how you should proceed and what is the market segment, and then it gives you basically a path. So when you have a path, it gets easier for you to follow. And because initially when you're not doing things, it's so many things at one place, and you get what do I do now? It's very confusing. So that way it's very easier to go.
So that's a very easy way to get into this.
If you have money, yes. If you don't have money, do whatever you can to learn. Google is your friend.
Google is your friend. So do you do any kind of SEO and social media for your these kind of campaigns?
Not yet. We don't really.
So you totally rely on paid traffic, Google AdWords and Facebook ads.
We do a lot apart from Facebook ads, which is a lot of pop traffic, and then we also do in-text. We also do, other kinds of marketing, display, banners, and there are so many things that you do, but mostly is pops and Facebook ads. Yeah.
So what is your main resource of income? I'm not telling you to share your sites. your main resource of income? It's affiliate or teaching people how to make money online?
So it's been a while that I have any courses out in the market, and I'm not planning to as well. So teaching is out of the picture now. So the only thing I rely is on affiliate marketing, and we are growing in the size of the company. We are growing the size of campaigns. It is showing the size of traffic that we are doing right now, and it's obviously winter season coming, so it's the best shopping time in US.
Okay.
So it's going to be next 3 months going to be very good for us.
So you don't do business with Indian affiliates right now?
Not really. We have just actually, I would say, in one of my other companies, which is called Fireball Labs, we have just begun to do some instant offers,
Okay.
something like Laddu and MSN does. So we are entering into